Okay. And we've got started here on the game. Early on here, it's still 0-0. Not sure if you were able to see that, but we was having some difficulties with the sound. And the first two points of the game for Catoosa Lady Indians by Bella Vidana. And still both teams are pressing full court. Other than that last trip, the Lady Wardogs have handled it pretty good. Oh, we got our first foul of the game. It'll be on Lucy Martinez. That'll be a first personal, first team of the night. Paisley Young will be at the line for the Lady Wardogs. No good on the first one. And she's good on the second one. Early on, here's 2-1 Lady Indians. Early on here, the Lady Indians have really been trying to shoot the three ball. They've shot at least 7 or 8 three-point shots here early. Looks like that's going to be their game plan for the evening. And still full court press. Tried to get the ball into the middle to Peyton Moore, but was not able to. Number 23, Olivia Bowen, the freshman from Catoosa, scores that basket. And again, the pressure that Lady Indians are putting on. And there's a three-pointer, the first one of the night by Jacqueline Cornell. Makes the score 7-1 here early on. Since we're not able to, I'm going to go ahead and do some of Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wardog TV. Welcome to a new season of Lady Wardog and Wardog basketball. We want to thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast of another year of Wardog basketball. Again, this season we are live streaming from the Security Bank and Trust Center on the campus of Miami High School. Tonight, the Wardogs host the Catoosa Lady Indians. My name is Brian Mitchell, and I'll be bringing you all the action from each of the home games this season. I'm excited to be bringing you the 2025-26 season of Wardog basketball home games. Thanks to the Miami Public Schools Administration and Athletic Director Rusty Mercer for allowing me to do this. And back to the action here. As I said earlier, the 7-1 in favor of the Lady Indians, and they've been in full court pressure since the start of the game. Wardogs handled it early on, but they've struggled the last couple of times. Able to get it broke that time. Paisley Young with a nice pass to the opposite side, and it's blocked by Olivia Bowen. That was a good pass from Paisley Young to Andrea Lampin. But even nicer play by and inside with the bucket, number 1, Bella Vidana. That's her 4th point of the night. Makes the score 9-1. Miami still continuing to have trouble with the press, but they did not get it across in 10 seconds. So that's a turnover. Lady Wardogs has really struggled with that press early on. It's early in the season. Everyone's going to have their struggles and their miscues early on. 3-point shot from the corner from Jacqueline Cornwell. Number 22, Hadley McGrew at the 3. 12-1 in favor of the Lady Indians. Ryan Long, nice job there getting the ball across half court. Lady Indians are in a man-to-man defense. Ryan Long with a shot, no good. Rebounded by Lucy Martinez. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession goes to the Lady Wardogs. They'll set up their inbounds play. Nice pass into Ryan Long. She's trying to get a shot off, but she's got a jump ball call, and then they just had a jump ball, so it'll go to the Lady Indians this time. They get it inbound nicely. They're not struggling as much as Miami is on the press. Oh, we got a violation right there. Yep, she took an extra step right there. Turnover on the Lady Indians. That brings in Rachel Cook. She's going to check in for Andrea Lampin. Inbounds on the sideline. It's to Peyton Moore. Ryan Long pulls up. Try to hit the three, and the freshman, Olivia Bowen. Again, nice block shot right there. And another basket by Hadley McGrew. Gives her 5. Catoosa up 14-1. Still early here with 4:26 left here in the first quarter. And again, they were pressing again. Long pass to Peyton Moore. She drives the lane, shoots the layup, no good. Got bumped there a little bit, but no call. Now 3-on-1 break, no good. Freshman follows it up. I know I keep calling her a freshman, but she doesn't play like a freshman. Miami in their man-to-man defense. And a turnover by the Catoosa Lady Indians. And then the Lady Wardogs turn it back over. Still 3.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Miami down 16-1 here early on. A stifling press by the Catoosa Lady Indians. 3-point shot, no good. It went all the way around it and came out. And Paisley Young brings it across, waiting for someone to come get the ball, and Ryan Long comes to get it. 3 minutes left now in the first quarter. We got a foul that time. I believe it's on Olivia Bowen. That's going to be 1. That's her first personal. 3rd team foul. And that puts Ryan Long at the line. She should be shooting 2 here. And the first one's good. We have number 5 and number 4 checking in. Chloe Bristol and Brooklyn Johnson. And then Zoe Moore checks in for her sister Peyton. Ryan on her second free throw here. No good on that one. It's off to the side. Olivia Bowen again. That gives her 6 points already in this game. Continue with their man defense. Catoosa. Miami still struggling. Looks like we got a foul on Catoosa here. Yep, number 13, Lucy Martinez. That's her second personal. Aislinn Alsbury checks in for Rachel Cook. Number 1 checks back in the ball game for Lady Indians. Again, no one's going to cover Paisley. Ryan Long with the three-pointer, no good. And it's rebounded by Dally Young. Keep the ball alive here. Back out to Paisley. Okay, check. Miami's continuing to be patient right here. Trying to get a good shot here, but their defense by Catoosa is pretty tight. And Ryan Long with a shot, no good. Off the mark. Rebounded by Olivia Bowen. She's going to take it full court, and it looks like she got bumped, fouled by Aislinn Alsbury. It's her first personal. Inbounded by Catoosa here underneath their own basket. Nice hands by Ryan Long to keep it from scoring. Right there, getting the pass to her. She's going to bring the ball up. Nice job right there getting it broke. And having to cut. Zoe cuts all the way to the corner, but she was covered very well by Catoosa. Back out to Paisley Young. They're continuing to try to get the ball down inside. The cutter goes into the corner. Tried to get the ball into Aislinn Alsbury. The ball's on the ground. Nice job by Miami there to get the loose ball. Ryan Long with the shot, no good. Aislinn Alsbury with the rebound, but the shot was blocked by Olivia Bowen. Inbounded on the side by the Lady Wardogs. The attempt was to pass the ball down on the baseline to Dally Young. I'm not sure, it might have got tipped on the inbounds there, and it went out of bounds off the Lady Wardogs. And so now Catoosa Lady Indians inbounds it on the side. And Bella Vidania, I hope I'm saying that right, brings it across. Nice hustle by Aislinn. And shot from the corner by Bella. No good. Ball rebounded by Catoosa. Got 15 seconds left. No good. Rebounded by Catoosa. And the last shot, I believe, is going to hit. And that's by Jacqueline Cornwell. Hits the three. And that's the end of the first quarter. Score 21-2. (21-2) here, getting ready to start the second quarter. We are excited to be live on Wardog TV, which is the official home of all live Miami Wardog sports performances and special event broadcasts. Our goal is to create an environment for students to gain real-world experience in production and content creation. As a result, we will provide high-quality broadcasts and video content to Wardogs around the world. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the MHS student and teacher production team. I'd like to recognize and thank these students for their commitment to the Wardog TV live stream this year. We have several students that help with the broadcast. Some couldn't be here tonight, but Kaylin Lewis is helping us out tonight. We appreciate her. Also, a special thank you out to Ronnie Harner and David Frazier for helping us out. David Frazier, who is our MPS, Miami Public Schools Director of Communications and Executive Producer of all Wardog TV events, for their help and knowledge of putting on this production. Thanks again to all of you. And we're getting ready to start the second quarter right here, and it'll be inbounded by the Lady Wardogs. Down 21-2 after the first quarter of play here. The first regular season game of the year, and also the first home opener for Miami basketball. So the nerves are flying high. I didn't get to talk about this much, but the preview of the game is you know, last year Lady Wardogs were 10-17, won 10 games, which is a lot more than they have in previous years. But we've got a lot of new faces going on right here early on. It's a two-pointer there by Dally Young. That's her first 2 points of the night. Makes the score 21-4. Ball's into the corner. Inside to Olivia Bowen. That's her 8th point of the night. We just don't have anyone that's going to be able to match up with her. 6-footer who's got some skills. Nice pass down the court to Dally Young for the score. 23-6 now. And looks like the Lady Wardogs came back with their starting 5 here early on. Rachel Cook's going to check in. Going to check in for Dally Young. Ryan Long brings the ball across. Nice job by her. Peyton Moore with the shot, no good. Comes off the opposite side. Catoosa on the fast break. Left-hand layup there by Hadley McGrew. That's 7 points for her. Before I continue on, the stats that I'm given as we go are not official by no means, but I like to try to keep a running total if we can, just to let everyone know who's watching the live stream, just kind of what the stats are. We're not able to put them on the screen, so I try to give them as we go and as they happen, but they are not official. And after that shot right there, looks at Ryan Long is needing, I think she may have fell on her head. I'm not sure if she bumped her head or what. We didn't get a stoppage of play. But now we finally did right here. We got a timeout called, I will believe, by the Lady Wardogs. Yeah, timeout by Lady Wardogs. Kind of surprised there wasn't a stoppage of play after she fell and bumped her head right there. But anyway, kind of going on with a little bit of the preview of the Lady Wardogs. As I said, last year they were 10-17. Lady Wardogs will have a lot of new faces this year as Coach Baxter and staff work hard to continue with the growth of Lady Wardog basketball. In Coach Baxter's first year as the head coach, the Lady Wardogs finished with a record 10-17, which is a big step forward for the program she inherited. Improvement was seen each and every game. This year, with a young and inexperienced team, Coach Baxter and her staff has expectations of continued growth and development throughout the season. Thus far, the coaches are excited about their attitude and work habits of this year's team. And early on here, they're down 25-6. And you can really see the youth and the inexperience showing through here when they get pressured. And Lady Indians have not wavered from their attack with a full court pressure and man-to-man defense. And they're overplaying passing lanes once it gets down around the three-point line or below. You can see them closing out on the ball whenever they get it down there. Miami again still trying to work it in, trying to get a good shot down low preferably. Tried to get the ball into Andrea Lampin, was not able to, and the ball gets tipped right to a Lady Indians, and she hits the left-handed layup. Looked like she might have double dribbled right there, but it didn't get caught. Oh, we got a foul on Catoosa. That'll be on Jacqueline Cornwell. That's her first personal. Ryan Long and Dally Young both check back in for the Lady Wardogs. And we got a sideline inbounds for the Lady Wardogs. Trying to get the ball inbound and try to pass to Paisley Young. Nice job by Paisley to come back to the ball. We got a foul on number 1, Bella Vidana. That's her first personal. We got Brooklyn Johnson and Chloe Bristol checking in for the Lady Indians. Inbounded from the sideline by the Lady Wardogs. And Catoosa continues with the pressure out front. I suppose they'll probably stick with that plan until Miami shows they can handle it. Paisley takes over, gets around her defender, gets a shot off, and it's a foul. A foul on Chloe Bristol. That's her first personal. That'll put Paisley at the line for a two shots. And I believe we're going to have a lane violation. Officials are going to talk about it here, but the ball was given to Paisley, and then the Lady Indians had a lane violation, but it looks like they're just going to give her 2 shots here. Misses the first one. I'm not sure. It might have been worked out if Paisley stopped her shot because the girl crossed into the lane. I wonder if she would have went on with that shot, if she would have gotten an extra one. Misses the second one, rebounded by Olivia Bowen. Catoosa gets it across half court. Into their half court offensive set here. About 3.5 minutes left of this second quarter. Up 27-6. Nice backdoor cut there. Nice pass by Olivia Bowen to Lucy Martinez. That's her first 2. Got a foul on Jacqueline Cornwell. That's her second personal. That's the 14th foul on Catoosa. Tried to get the ball into Dally. Ball's passed into Rachel Cook. Partially blocked there by Olivia Bowen. She brings it across half court. Gets it to a guard. And a 3-point shot there by Lucy Martinez is a little too strong. Nice pass there by Peyton Moore. Missed the layup. And then I think we've got a foul. Yeah, 23. That'll be Dally Young. That's her first personal. It's also the first team foul of this quarter. Once teams get to that 5th foul in a quarter, then the other team will get double bonus. They'll get to shoot 2 free throws on any fouls after that. Turnover on the Lady Indians right there. So Miami will get the ball underneath Catoosa's basket. And here's the full court pressure again. Nope, he's going to back them off. He's backing them off here. Up 29-6. As you can see, the pressure on the ball handler for the Wardogs is really weighing on him. Ball into the corner. Paisley, nice move to get around her. Not able to hit that shot. Comes away to Catoosa. Now they'll set up their half-court set. Olivia Bowen with a nice pump fake and dribble around. Got all the way to the basket. and was not able to make the baskets. We got a foul on Lucy Martinez. That's her third personal, and that's the fifth team foul. So that means that Miami, from this point forward, the last 1 minute, 46 seconds of the second quarter, will get to shoot 2 free throws every time Catoosa fouls. That puts Paisley Young at the line. She's got 2 shots here. First one's good. That's 2 points for Paisley so far. We still got a lot of ball game to play here. And Paisley with her second one. It's in the air. No good. Off to the side. Rebounded by Aislinn, but over the back it looked like. So Aislinn will get her second foul of the night. That'll give Catoosa the ball underneath the Miami goal. Catoosa still. They break the press. Able to get it back down here. Another 3-point shot. Off the front, then the back. We got on a foul on Paisley Young. That will put Brooklyn Johnson at the line, a 5'9" sophomore, and she's going to shoot 2. And she hits the first one. And the second one. Ball's inbounded. Paisley Young will bring it up the floor. They're going to pick her up man-to-man at the half-court line. Brooklyn Johnson's got her. She continues to stay on her. We've got a 5-second closely guarded turnover. She just couldn't get her shook, get her off, get away from her just enough space to where you can get something and go on with the offense. Little pressure about half court by the Lady Wardogs. Catoosa handles it. Good hustle by Aislinn Alsbury and Peyton Moore. Good hustle by both of them. But on the trying to get the ball past, it went out of bounds off of Miami. So that'll give Catoosa the ball underneath their own basket. Back out front for a layup inside, no good. Rebounded by Paisley Young with less than a minute left. Ball a little high to Peyton, but she was able to get a hand on it. Got that across. Ball's down to the wing, looking inside. Peyton, nice job of getting around her. Then fighting for the ball. She's a scrapper. She's hustling, trying to get after it. But it was off her hand last. So that'll give Catoosa the ball with 42 seconds left. And pressure in. Nice pass inside to Brooklyn Johnson. That's 4 points for her. Less than 30 seconds left. Paisley with a nice pass to Aislinn. Aislinn tried to make that, but she shot a little too short and then tried to get the ball. And that is her third personal foul. That'll bring Andrea Lampin in for her. I know a couple of girls that came out late, and then this is their first year to play, Aislinn being one of them. So she's probably a little rusty from when she played at a younger age. Miami still with the full court pressure. Catoosa is able to get it inbounds with 20 seconds left. And try to come down and get his last shot right here. Oh, Paisley almost with the turnover right there. Get the steal. No good. Ball into the corner. They're still looking for a three. And they get it. Jacqueline Cornwell. Makes the halftime score 36-7 in favor of the Lady Indians. And that's halftime. Figuring up some stuff here. Okay, just before we go into halftime here, I'll sign off here in a little bit. Lady Wardogs scored 2 in the first quarter and 5 in the second quarter, whereas the Lady Indians scored 21 in the first quarter with a good start and 15 in the second quarter. Halftime score 36-7. We'll be back for the second half here in about 8 minutes. Welcome back. We've got about a minute left here before we tip off the second half here of the first regular season game for Miami basketball and the first home game. And right now, the Lady Wardogs are down 36-7. As I alluded to earlier, a lot of new faces this year for the Lady Wardogs, young and inexperienced. There's going to be some growing pains along the way, but, you know, from an old coach's standpoint, you just want them to make sure that they're getting better each and every week and every time they set foot on the floor, whether it's practice or a game. Also, I'd like to apologize or make a correction from earlier. I'd been saying that number 23 for Catoosa was a freshman, but she's not. She's a sophomore, and I apologize for that. I was reading my score sheet here wrong. That's my fault. But also, we're about getting ready to start, but let me give you a rundown of some upcoming events happening at Miami Public Schools this week. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. here in the Security Bank and Trust Center, we'll have a 6th grade basketball game, boys and girls, versus Grove. That'll be tomorrow at 10 a.m. right here. Friday, we have junior high wrestling at Sand Springs, and I'll come back to this here in a little bit. And here we go. Second half is started. Out to Olivia Bowen for the three-point shot. A little long, went off the back of the rim and out of bounds. Be Miami's ball on the baseline, and Catoosa comes out in their full court pressure. It looks like it's a zone press, but they are pressuring the inbounder, and not so much the inbounder, but the first pass that gets in, they're trying to form a trap. Gets the ball into Indria, and she gets fouled. Lucy Martinez, that's her 4th personal. That'll give Miami the ball on the sideline right here. Ball be inbounded on the baseline by Miami underneath their own basket. Inbounds play. Got to get the ball in. And we're going to get a 5-second call. Or coach tried to get a timeout in, but he didn't quite get there in time. So that'll give the ball to Catoosa. Miami with some man-to-man pressure here. Full court. It's kind of a three-quarter court zone press, trying to get them to force them into make bad passes. We put just enough pressure on them to hopefully force a bad pass. And nice play by Olivia Bowen. Nice dish inside to Hadley McGrew to finish it off. 38-7. Tried to get the ball inside to Ryan Long. Catoosa was able to get a hand on it, knock it away. Now they have the ball in the corner. And it's a three-point shot by Chloe Bristol. That's her first 3 of the night. That puts the score at 41-7. Still in man defense here. Into Indria Lampin for the score. That's her first points of the night. Makes the score 41-9. And the ball is thrown out of bounds. Rachel Cook checking in for Dally Young. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. And it looks like Catoosa's going to drop back and pick them up at half court here. Man to man, it looks like. Ball inside to Indria Lampin. They cut off of her, kicks it out to Peyton Moore. Peyton Moore with a shot, no good. Rebounded by Catoosa. They'll bring the ball up the floor here. And I think they were running beside each other as an accidental trip here, but nevertheless, we got a foul on Peyton Moore. That's her second personal. And it looks like Brooklyn Johnson is down, and she must have landed on her knee wrong. Looks like she's going to shake it off. And so now Catoosa will get the inbounds underneath their own basket, and they're looking inside to give it to the 6-foot sophomore, Olivia Bowen. She tried a backwards off the backboard. You can tell she'd practiced it before. She didn't make that one, but she's practiced. She shot it before, probably goofing around in the gym. But no good. Miami gets the rebound, brings it to the other end, setting up their offense here. They're trying to cut through to try to create some space there. Nice take inside by Paisley Young. Not able for it to go. Hustled after it, didn't get there. Kip ball kicked out. Looked in back inside to Chloe. Bristol, no good. Ball's rebounded by Miami. Back the other way. And the ball comes off of Ryan Long out of bounds there on the line. So the ball turns over to Catoosa. 41-9. We got a 30-second timeout called here by Catoosa. With 5:13 left here in the third quarter, it's 41-9 Catoosa. Just some leading scorers up to this point for your Lady Wardogs. We've got Dally Young's got 4 points. Peyton Moore, Paisley Young has 2 points, and Indria Lampin has 2 points. For Catoosa, we've got Bella Vidana with 4, Jacqueline Cornwell with 9, Brooklyn Johnson with 4, Chloe Bristol with 3, Lucy Martinez with 2, Hadley McGrew with 11, and Olivia Bowen with 8. And the timeout is up here, and it'll be Catoosa's ball, and they're going to throw it in on the sideline here. And here we go. Looks like Miami's in a 1-3-1 trap here. Indria Lampin's running the baseline. Nice anticipation there by Peyton Moore and hustle trying to get to that. Good hustle there. Not able to make the steal, but you can't fault her effort for sure. Long pass to Chloe Bristol. She gets it back inside to Hadley McGrew. That gives her 13 on the night so far, up 43-9. Paisley Young's trying to shake Bella Vidana. Rachel Cook down inside with the rebound, and she gets fouled. I didn't catch who that was on. It was on 5. Chloe Bristol, that's second personal. That put Rachel Cook at the line. She was not able to hit the first one. Now she's got their second one to go here. And we're going to have a lane violation. Not sure if it's on the Wardogs or if it's on Catoosa. Not sure. Well, I'm not sure who was first here. I know Peyton Moore got in, and Olivia Bowen did too. They said it was Peyton Moore. She was in first, so the violation is on Miami. So ball's into Olivia Bowen. She takes it full court for the layup and the basket. That gives her 10 on the night. And we got a foul on Catoosa, I believe. Number 1, Bella Vidana. That's her second personal. Aislinn Alsbury's going to check in for Rachel Cook. And Brooklyn Johnson's going to check in for Olivia Bowen. And again, if you wasn't here earlier, I'd been saying that Olivia Bowen was a freshman. That was my mistake. She was actually a sophomore. It's cool. We got a jump ball here, and that's going to go to Miami. Dally Young's going to check in for Andrea Lampin. Miami will get the ball underneath their own basket. They've spread across, picking high, trying to get the ball into the corner for a three-point shot. Ball's inbounded, trying to get it to Ryan Long, but gets knocked away by Catoosa. Nice job by Paisley Young getting the ball in, and gets a foul on Brooklyn Johnson. And that puts Paisley at the line. The basket was good. And she didn't make the free throw. That makes the score 45-11. Olivia Bowen's going to check back in the game for Catoosa for Bella Vidana. Ball inbounded to Brooklyn Johnson. Back to Jacqueline Cornwell. Chloe Bristol. Three-point shot, no good. It was a little short. Rebounded by Catoosa, and a foul is called on Peyton Moore. That's her third personal. That'll put Jacqueline Cornwell at the line. And she misses the first free throw, and she'll be lining up here for the second one. Looks like Zoe Moore is going to check in for her sister Peyton Moore. And she misses the second one. Rebounded by Dally Young. Oh, almost a back court right there. I don't think Ryan realized where she was at. She almost stepped back into the backcourt right there for a backcourt violation. Jacqueline Cornwell breaks the press. Pass, nice ball movement inside to Brooklyn Johnson for the two-pointer. That gives her 6 on the night. That makes the score 47-11. Ryan Long with the layup, tried to reverse layup right there and gets fouled. That foul's on Brooklyn Johnson. That's her second personal. Puts Ryan Long at the line. She'll be shooting 2 here. Misses the first one. And she's able to make the second one. Gives her 2 points on the night. Now Miami's put some pressure on. Olivia Bowen takes it all the way for the score. Gives her 12 on the night. 49-12 now with about 3 minutes, a little bit less than 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Ryan Long trying to create some separation there for her jumper, and she's able to get that to go. Hey, basket good? Okay. Okay, so Ryan Long makes that basket, makes it 49-14. That gives her 4 points on the night. And what they did is they gave a violation, not a violation, but a warning to Zoe Moore from Miami for, he said, flopping, which I know last year was a point of emphasis about people who was acting like they got pushed down, and they call it a flopping. They give them a warning, and on the second time they will issue a foul. Ryan Long with three-point shot, step back, no good. She falls down, but is able to get back up. Nice rebound by Aislinn Alsbury and kicks it back out. Now I got the ball out front. Ball out front to Paisley. She's bringing it over to the right, but nothing there. Ball to Dally. At the high post, well, the free throw line actually. Ball back to Ryan. Oh, we got a travel violation before the block. Travel violation on Ryan Long. I'm not sure where that one was at. I'm not sure why I saw the extra step, but Catoosa gets the ball on the turnover. Brings it down, looking inside to Olivia Bowen. She goes to her left and is able to make the jump shot with her right hand. That gives her 14 on the night. Paisley calls out the play, and here we go. Ryan Long goes back to the middle, trying to create some space. No good. Catoosa's doing a nice job of getting that closed. We are now down less than a minute left of this third quarter. Nice idea there by Paisley, but Catoosa got a hand on it and messed it all up. Chloe Bristol with the three, no good. Rebounded by Hadley McGrew, and then it bounces off her hands to Olivia Bowen, and she's able to put it back in. We got a timeout called here by Miami, and we've also got Peyton Moore and Andrea Lampin's going to check in. With 34 seconds left here in the third quarter, the Catoosa Lady Indians are up 53-14 over the Miami Lady Wardogs. Now I'm going to go on with some upcoming events here at Miami Public Schools coming up for the rest of this week. Again, as I stated earlier, sixth grade basketball games in the morning at 10 a.m. at Security Bank and Trust Center versus Grove Ridge Runners. On Friday, our junior high wrestling will be at Sand Springs tournament. And at 10 a.m., our high school girls wrestling will be traveling to Jay for a tourney. Also, Friday, 6 p.m., high school basketball, boys and girls, will be at Fort Gibson. On Saturday, the junior high wrestling continues at Sand Springs. The high school wrestling continues at Jay. And at 6 p.m. that evening, the Wardog Bands will finish off the day with an appearance in the annual Miami Christmas Parade. We've got two home games here before the break for Miami basketball and a couple of tournaments, I believe. Bonita tournament's coming up. I know for sure. Paisley Young drives the baseline, gives the ball to Aislinn. Oh, she went to get the first shot and saw Olivia Bowen coming, so she tried to pump fake it, and she moved her feet. So, violation there, turnover. Going back the other way with Catoosa Lady Indians. They're going to try to get this clock down. Olivia Bowen. .18 on the night, and that ends the third quarter with Catoosa Lady Indians up 55-14. And I'm looking at my stat sheet right here. Looking at it, and And the Lady Wardogs continued their ascent as far as scoring is concerned. They scored 2 in the first quarter, 5 in the second, and 7 in the third quarter. But still the score remains 55-14 in favor of the Catoosa Lady Indians. And the Lady Indians were able to score 19 in that quarter. Leading scorer for Catoosa is Olivia Bowen at 18 points. Leading scorer for the Miami Lady Wardogs, we've got Ryan Long with 4 and Dally Young with 4. And getting ready to inbounds for the start of quarter number 4. And the ball gets back to Olivia Bowen. She tries to go down the base and lost the handle, but it was knocked out by one of the Lady Wardogs. So it'll be Catoosa's ball underneath their own basket. Coach gives them the play and get the ball to Olivia Bowen. She drives baseline, tries to kick it back out to Lucy Martinez, but the ball got away from her right there. And turns it over. So Miami is going to get the ball here. And Paisley Young's out front trying to elude Lucy Martinez, and she's able to create a little bit of steps, but goes inside, and Olivia Bowen, I think, got a hand on it. Knocks it out of bounds. So it'll be Miami's ball underneath their own basket. Inbounded way deep to Peyton Moore. Back to Ryan Long. She'll try to drive the lane and try to create some space. Not able to. Trying to get organized here for their offensive set for this half-court set. You can see that Catoosa's doing a lot of switching. Whenever a screen comes, they're going to switch right there, which could possibly give Miami into some mismatches, but then you've got to recognize it, and then you got to see it. And that's easier said than done. Oh, we got Lucy Martinez driving the lane. She gets fouled by Peyton Moore. That's her 4th personal. That'll put Lucy at the line for 2 shots. And she misses the first one. We got Dally Young's going to check in for Rachel Cook. And she's able to make the second one, Lucy was. That gives her 3 points on the night. Makes the score 56-14. And again, they're going to come and get her, meet her right after she crosses half court. She kicks it out to Peyton. Oh, she was trying to fake and create some space, but she shuffled her feet just a little bit for the turnover. That gives the ball over to Catoosa with 6.5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Ball inside to Olivia Bowen for the layup. She misses the first time, gets the rebound, and hits the second one. That gives her 20 points on the night. Paisley Young with a burst of speed right there off the backboard. Oh, I thought that was going to make it in there, but rolled off the side, and it looks like she has hurt herself. She's down on the floor here. The play continues on, not a stoppage of play. Lucy Martinez scored right there with Miami being 1 man down. Aislinn Alsbury checked in for her. Right now, with the stoppage of play here after that basket, it's 60-14 in favor of the Catoosa Lady Indians. And right now they're attending to Paisley Young, looking at her ankle, it looks like. Hopefully it's nothing too serious here. It looks like he's testing her knee out. Disregard some of the comments being made. They're having some fun here at the desk here at the game. Looks like Paisley's going to be okay. Right now they're still looking at her, but I think she's going to be okay. Yep, they're going to lift her up. She's going to walk off with a little help. Not sure what's going to be wrong. What's wrong, whether it's her ankle or whether it's her knee. Not sure which one. But the trainer's got her. And he's going to take probably a little better look at her to see what's going on. Well, looks like he's got a massager out. Maybe it's just a cramp in her calf. I mean, that's a lot better than if a knee problem or an ankle problem, for sure, definitely. Okay, now we've got inbounds, Lady Wardogs. And it looks like Catoosa's going to pick them up at half court. As soon as they step across, they're going to pick them up. Trying to get Ryan free here. Aislinn comes out to set the screen, but they do a nice job of getting around it. And we got a foul on Olivia Bowen. That's her second personal. That'll put Ryan at the line to shoot two. And she hits the first one. That gives her 5 points on the night. And makes the second one. Quickly, Catoosa brings it back to the other end. Hits a three. I was going to say just shot a three, but she made it. Makes it 63-16. Excuse me there. And we got a foul, looks like, on Bella Vidana. That's going to be her third personal. Fourth personal, excuse me. Ball's inbounded to Peyton Moore, back to Ryan Long. With Paisley out, looks like Ryan Long's going to be the one taking care of the ball. Looks like we got another foul on Olivia Bowen. And that's her third personal foul. That'll put Ryan at the line again, shooting two. And she makes the first one. And misses the second one right off the front of the rim. And quickly, Catoosa gets back to the other end and drives the lane. Bella Vidana with the 2-point layup. 6 points on the night for her. And back out to Ryan Long. As I said, she's going to be taking ball into Aislinn. Back out to Ryan Long. She's trying to create some space, trying to get away from Olivia Bowen, the 6-foot sophomore. Keep her from blocking her shot, and she's got about 7 blocks tonight already. Quite a player. Nice hustle by Aislinn, but it goes right back into Catoosa. Bad luck right there on the Lady Wardogs. Great hustle by Aislinn Alsbury. Catoosa brings the other end. 22, which is Hadley McGrew, tries to drive the lane. Miami gets a hand on it, creates the turnover. Got 4 minutes left here of this fourth quarter. We got a high pick and roll there by Aislinn Alsbury, but not enough space for Ryan to pull the trigger. Good pass inside to Aislinn. She's a little too hard. Back the other way for Lady Indians. And Jacqueline Cornwell steps back right there, and she hits the 2-pointer. About 3.5 minutes left here, the fourth quarter. It's 67-17. Peyton Moore with the drive, gets the ball over the top of Olivia. Ball comes down, hits her in the foot. Back out, nice hustle by the Lady Wardogs to try to get that ball. Again, bad luck. And it goes right to Catoosa. Down to the other end to Olivia Bone, nice pass. Missed the shot by McGrew. Back to Bella Vidana for the 2-pointer. Makes the score 69-17. Looks like we're going to have some substitutions. Okay, for Catoosa. For Catoosa, we've got, I'm going to try to get all these in here. We got Caitlin McGrail. We got Vicky Waltz. And I believe that might be it. Miami goes the other end, did not score. Ball's out to Bella Vidana. We got a shot here. It's way short. Rebounded by Rachel Cook. Okay, as you can see, Paisley's back in the ball game here. Thank goodness it was just a cramp. No one wants to see someone get hurt regardless. Oh, good pass. Andrea just a little low on the box back there. Tried to hit it off the backboard, but just a little too low and hard. Wasn't able to get it to go. Catoosa quickly back to the other end. And again, as I said, they have substituted several folks. That was a pass into Vicky Waltz, but she wasn't able to handle it. Oh! Had a free breakaway right there. She lost control of it about the free throw line. And we've got an issue here for the book. They don't have a 21 in the book here for them. That's why I was having trouble getting all the subs.
It's not in their book. 21.
Yeah, the 21 is not in the book, and it's also not on the roster that we have here. Yeah, this. Sorry. Yeah, 21 was not in the book, so there was a little discrepancy right there. So because of that, Miami will get to shoot some free throws right here, and they will retain possession. I believe that is a technical foul. That'll be considered a team foul, but not a personal foul. 21 is in the ball game, but she was not in the official scorebook. She was not on the roster as well. That's what we went off of. And we're going to have mass substitution here by the Lady Wardogs here with 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. I'll try to get those for you once they get in. And Ryan makes the second one. Okay, we've got Zoe Moore. We've got Janiyah Barger. Got America's Henry. Got Camille Schoen and McKenna Kumumo. All checking in for Lady Wardogs. And Miami will get possession because of the technical foul. Ball's thrown in. And that was not backcourt because the ball had not been possessed yet. Has to be in possession, and then it goes backcourt for it to be a backcourt violation. Okay, ball into the corner. 1.5 left. They're continuing to the pressure out front, Catoosa. But they have subbed all their players in. They've only got about 9, maybe 10 players on their roster. So you see some of those girls that's played a lot in this game still out there. If you're wondering why, that's why. And Catoosa with a shot, not made. Rebounded by McKenna. Kumumo, Zoe Moore, driving the lane, and Janiyah, a little too hard. Janiyah Barger on the close 2-footer, and she's mad at herself for missing that one. First game of the year, you get a little excited. They were not able to play a JV game tonight, so this is the first action she's had all year, a freshman. So got a little excited and went a little too hard. 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter in the ball game. And Catoosa will have the ball. And Miami's in their man defense. About 30 seconds left. Ball inside to Vicky Waltz. She takes it to the block down there, but not able to get a shot. Kicks it back out to Bella Badonna for the bank shot. About 15 seconds left here in the game. This should probably do it, the last possession of the game right here, especially if we're dribbling it out front here. Hook shot from beyond the three-point line. That makes the final score Catoosa Lady Indians 71 and the Miami Lady Wardogs 18. We're going to sign off here to get ready for the boys game, so I'm not going to be able to go over a few of the stats, but I know leading scorer for Miami was Ryan Long with 8 points. Leading scorer for Catoosa Lady Indians would be Olivia Bowen, the 6-foot sophomore, with 20 points. Here in a little bit, we're going to, in about 15 minutes or so, we'll get ready to start the boys game. And I'll try to get on here a little early and give you a little bit of a preview of the boys game and the outlook for this year. So that's it for the girls game for this evening. Didn't turn out the way we wanted, but improvements all throughout this game. We just got to continue to improve further. I'll be back here in about 15 minutes.
Welcome back. Check. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wardog TV. Welcome to a new season of Lady Wardog and Wardog basketball. We want to thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast of another year of Wardog basketball. Again, this season we are live streaming from this Community Security Bank and Trust Center on the campus of Miami High School. Test. Check.
Check.
And that was Chris Ann Lamb doing the national anthem for us tonight. Did a great job. Well, welcome back to the second half of our home opener here at Miami Security Bank and Trust Center for the boys. They're announcing the starters right now. I'll go recap those here in a little bit, but I'll let you hear the public address announcer. 0, Roderick Hall Jr. Number 2, Ryder Phillips, a 6'1 junior. Number 3, Anthony Barnes, a 6-foot junior. And number 11, Caden Romo, is a 6'3 senior. And rounding out the starting lineup will be number 21. They've turned the lights out on me. I can't see anything. 21 is Torrey Hooks, a 5'8 junior. And now the public address announcer will announce your Miami Wardogs. Number 0, Beckett Suter, a sophomore, 5'8 sophomore. Number 4, Isaiah Grover, a 5'8 junior. Number 10, Cam Humble, a 6'2 sophomore. Number 13, Lane Walder, 6-foot sophomore. And number 25, Wake Robelier, a 6'8 senior. Had some technical difficulties again. I was going to have a little bit of a preview. This is the first game of the regular season for the Miami Wardogs, as well as the home opener for the Miami Wardogs. They have a stretch of games here between now and the 19th of December, and then they'll go on a Christmas break and then come back in January. Waiting for the lights to come back on here, but my name is Brian Mitchell, and I'll be bringing you all the action from each of the home games this season. I'm excited about bringing you the 25-26 season of Wardog basketball home games. I'd like to thank the Miami Public School Administration and Athletic Director Rusty Mercer for allowing me to do this. And here we go for the tip-off of our second game of our doubleheader. Miami Wardogs versus the Catoosa Indians. Looks like the ball is going to be controlled by the Miami Wardogs. Quickly they get to the other end. Looks like it's off of Isaiah Grover's hands and out of bounds. First turnover of the night. And here we go. Catoosa brings man defense by the Wardogs. Three-pointer from the corner, no good. Nice block out by Isaiah Grover. Lane Walder brings it down the floor very quickly. Out to Beckett. Beckett Suter looking inside for Wake, and they are really tying him up inside there. Pretty physical right now. They're letting it go. They're still trying to get it into Wake for the lob. Into him for 2. Really had to fight for that one tooth and nail to get that basket, just to get positioned enough to get the ball to him. Now back to the other end, Catoosa Indians. Looking for the three-point shot. No good. Roderick Hall Jr. on the three-pointer, left it just a little short. Cam Humble with the ball out front. Guarded very closely, and we've got a travel violation. That'll be a turnover. Number 2 for the Wardogs early on here in the game. Up 2-0. And Catoosa quickly moving the ball around, trying to penetrate and get some Isaiah Grover comes up with the turnover to Beckett. Beckett Suter. Kicked out to Isaiah Grover for the three, and it's good. First three of the night for Isaiah. Nice hands by Lane Waller on the, and then another nice hands. Oh, we got a foul called. It looked pretty clean. But that's going to be on Ryder Phillips. That's going to be his first personal. So that'll give Miami the ball underneath. Nope, they call it a shooting. Nope, its ball is going to be underneath Miami's goal here for an inbounds play. More out there's the lob into Wake, and jumper a little too strong. Score still 5-0, Miami Wardogs. And we got tried to penetrate through the middle of the lane. Took a Euro step, that big long step right there. Lost control of the ball and goes out of bounds, so it'll be Miami's ball. And it looks like Catoosa is going to come with full court pressure man-to-man here. Gets the inbound to Cam Humble. Quickly to Lane Walder, who takes it back into the front court. And they trapped him, and he made an errant pass to Cam Humble, just a little too long. And we got a foul on Beckett Suter, it looks like. Yep, that's going to be his first personal, and they counted the basket. Baskets by Torrey Hooks Jr. And he'll be shooting one from the line here. It was a shooting foul. And a little short on the free throw. Lane Walder bringing the ball up the floor. Off balance shot. Good defense by Catoosa. Ball kicked out into the corner. Tried to kick it back up to the top for a three-pointer, but I think Miami got a hand on it. Backdoor, left it short. There's a backdoor cut to Ryder Phillips. A nice play right there. We got a foul on Ryder Phillips. That's second personal. And that brings in A.J. Timmons, a 6'3 senior for Catoosa. That's two quick personal fouls on Ryder Phillips, a 6'1 junior. 5-2 in favor of Miami here, still early in the first quarter. Having to handle the pressure here of the press. Not easy, but we got it broke. Beckett Suter out front, the point guard. Penetrates in for the layup, and it's good. Puts Miami up 7-2. Quickly, Catoosa's back to the other end. A three-point shot in the air, no good. And we're going to have a jump ball situation here, and it's going to go to Catoosa. And we got another check in here by Catoosa, number 25, Frederick Brown Jr. He's going to check in for Caden Romo. Miami still retains their starting five. Ball inbounded. Back out to the corner. The lefty misses the shot, just a little too short right there. Oh, bad pass. Right to Beckett right there. And a three-pointer by Lane, no good. Nice job by Lane to get a hand on it right there, because that was going to be an easy bucket at the other end. But he got just enough of it to make the ball go straight up, and we was able to get the ball back. Still, I'm sure we're going to try to use that mismatch inside with the 6'8 Wake Robelier right there. On the 6'3 A.J. Timmons, kick back out. Lane penetrates. Lost the handle of the ball, and it goes out of bounds. We have Anthony Barnes checking in for Catoosa. We're going to have our first timeout right here with the score. Wardog 7, guest Catoosa Indians 2.
14 and 25 and
We're excited to be live on Wardog TV, which is the official home of all live Miami Wardog sports performances and special event broadcasts. Our goal is to create an environment for students to gain real-world experience in production and content creation. As a result, we will provide high-quality broadcasts and video content to Wardogs around the world. I'd like to recognize and thank Kaylin Lewis and the other student production team. Not all of them could be here tonight, but Kaylin's here and she's helping us out, and we appreciate her a lot. Also, I'd like to thank Ronnie Harner and David Frazier for their support and as part of the production team as well. And we're back to the action here. Catoosa gets the ball. There, they called the timeout. See what adjustments they have to make after that. Looks like he tried to dribble it through the double team. It bounced off Cam's knee. Cam gets the ball in the front court, but then Catoosa comes back, gets a hand on it, and it goes out. And it'll be Miami's ball underneath their own basket. We've got Jake Stoner's going to check in for Isaiah Grover. Back out Lane Walder with a three, and it's good. Puts the Wardogs up, and we got a three-pointer for A.J. Timmons. Match that 3 points, 10-5 Miami. Beckett's continuing to bring the ball up the floor. Back to Lane, he dribbles, penetrates, and gets a foul called. A.J. Timmons. Yep, A.J. Timmons will be given the foul there, and that'll put Lane at the line for 2 free throws. Lane's already got a 3 tonight. Oh, misses the front end of that 2 shots. He'll have another shot here. And second one's up, and it's good. Okay, Catoosa brings the man-to-man defense. As I said, Jake Stoner's checked in. Nice defense by Cam Humble right there. Oh, I think we're going to get the first foul called on Wake here. Yep, first personal foul on Wake Robelier. That puts A.J. Timmons at the line, shooting 2. Makes the first one. He's got 1 more to go here. And that's number 21, Ty Blue Jackets, going to check in for Wake, give him a break. And AJ makes the second one as well. That cuts the score 11-7. Ball's inbound to Jake Stoner. Back to Ty Blue Jacket in the middle. He tried to throw it over the top, and they got a hand on it for a turnover. Oh, we're going to get a foul called. I'm not sure if that's going to be on. That's going to be on Lane Walder. That's his first personal. It's also the 3rd team foul by the Wardogs this quarter. Just as a reminder, once they get to that 5th team foul of the quarter, not the half, the quarter, the other team will then shoot 2 free throws every time that the foul is called on them. And we got a turnover right there on the errant pass. Looked like a skip pass. Went a little too far. And we're going to have a foul called. Looks like on Roderick Hall. Really pressuring Lane Walder right there. Pressuring him a little bit too much right there. Ball turned into Cam Humble, back to Lane Walder. And it's blocked from behind by A.J. Timmons. That'll give Miami the ball underneath their own basket right here. Coach Suter's called an inbounds play. Let's see what it's going to look like here. Ball deep. Back here to Lane Walder. Pulls up, kicks it out to Beckett. Just a little too hard. Hit the backside, went to the front side and popped out. And it'll be Catoosa's ball. 11-7 here with 2 minutes, a little bit more than 2 minutes left here in this first quarter. Both teams kind of feeling each other out here, trying to see kind of physical, a lot of hand checking, so on and so forth, just kind of see how things are going to go and see how much they can get away with. And good defense by Miami. And we've got a foul here. I believe it's going to be on A.J. Timmons. Yep. A.J. Timmons, that's his second personal foul. That's 5 team fouls, so that means Miami for the next minute and 51 seconds, every foul on Catoosa, they'll get to shoot 2 free throws. This first one here will be shot by Beckett Suter. So Miami definitely can create some distance here with these free throws if they can take advantage of it. Missed the front end of the first one there. And here we go on the second one. It's in the air, and it's good. Gives Beckett 3 points on the night. Cam's got Roderick Hall here. He's a handful. No basket. And we got a foul on Cam Humble. That's his first personal right there. And they did not count the basket, so it'll be Catoosa's ball underneath their own basket, and they rotate the ball all the way back over to Roderick Hall, looking for the 3. And we got a 3-pointer, no good, a little too far. A.J. Timmons with the rebound. A nice pass there to Bryson Jimenez for the 2-pointer. I hope I said that right. Still kicking around. Lane Walder with the 3, and it's good. That gives him 7 points on the night. That stretches the lead to 15-9. Here still in the first quarter. About a minute left. Kicks it all the way around. 3-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Ty Blue Jacket. Back to Lane. Lane will bring it up the floor with 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. Nice finger roll. Left it just a little short. And we got a layup on the other end. I'm not sure if he lost his balance or what, A.J. Timmons, but he did not make that layup right there. It looked like he kind of, like I said, lost his balance and was kind of in the air, kind of different. Not really smooth. I don't know if he got bumped or what, but anyway, he didn't make it. Miami takes it to the other end. Wake Robillier's checked in with 26 seconds left for Cam Humble. So 26.8 seconds left here in the first quarter. It's a long pass out to Wake. Finds Lane on the wing. Ty Blue Jacket with the screen, but he moved his leg out, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Ty. That'll be his first personal. It's also the 5th. Is that the 5th team?
It's 5, but it was offensive.
Yes, that is 5 team fouls, but thanks to Mrs. Hurd here, reminded me that it was an offensive foul, so that it won't call on it, but the next foul will be shooting free throws. Well, anyway, Miami got the ball, took it down to the other end, got a shot off. Not a good shot, but got it off. Now we got 5 seconds left here, left in this first quarter. They're looking to take one shot. Roderick Hall with the 3, and he makes it. It's going through right as the lights went off. So Roderick Hall hits the 3 right there, which cuts the lead 15-12 here early in the first quarter. Shapes into probably it's going to be a very, very close, tight game here now. Well, we got a break in the action here in the first quarter. I'm kind of give you a little bit of a preview of what's going on with the Wardogs in this season. Last year, ended the season for the Wardogs with a 10-17 record, which is kind of deceiving because a lot of those, half of those losses were by 8 points or less. So they were very competitive, and as they were being competitive in those games, they were starting three freshmen, and they got 4 starters coming back this year. So, as to say, Coach Suter and his staff is expecting to be better than last year due to those players growing from last year's competition within a very tough schedule. Even though losing 17 games, as I said, many were by 8 or less points. So Coach Suter and his staff are very excited about this year and excited about getting it started and hoping for improvement each and every week and doing better on a 10-17 record from last year. Well, the Wardogs come back with their starting lineup from the first of the game. Here we are on the second quarter, beginning the second quarter. Still continuing to move the ball around, trying to get the ball into Wake. A.J. Timmons with the block and out to Roderick Hall for the layup, and it's good. Just tried to shoot that ball over the top of A.J. Timmons, and he was able to get a hand on it. Lane Walder brings it to the other end. Isaiah Grover back to Cam Humble, back to Lane, still continuing. They are trying to look inside to Wake, trying to get a mismatch. They do have a mismatch. An errant pass right there to get a hand on. Roderick Hall again with the layup, and it's good. So quickly, Catoosa's back into this. They've taken the lead 16-15 after Miami having the lead for most of this game, definitely for the whole first quarter. So a 4-0 run right here has put them in the lead. Miami continues to just not really be in rhythm here because of the tenacious defense by Catoosa. Beckett goes to get a shot off and was fouled by number 5, Brandon Hampton. That's his first personal. Brandon is a 5'8" junior. And Beckett with the second one. It's good. He made one of the two there. That knots up the score at 16 here. Early in the second quarter. Roderick Hall drives the lane. The floater right there. And I believe he's getting fouled, but on Cam Humble. That's his second personal foul. That's going to bring Ty Blue Jackets going to check in here, but Roderick Hall's got to shoot 2 free throws here. They'll check him in after this first shot. He makes the first free throw. That brings Ty Blue Jacket in for Cam Humble. He got his second personal foul here. And Roderick with the second one's missed. Rebounded by Ty Blue Jacket. And quickly Miami gets it to the other end. They're kicking it out, looking for the 3-point shot, not there. Back to Lane. Back to Isaiah. And continuing inside with the bang, and there's the lob pass to Wake for the 2-pointer. Very patient that trip down the floor by the Wardogs to try to get that ball inside to Wake where the mismatch is. Ball out, ball comes off of Roderick Hall there. Caden Romo checks back in for Brandon Hampton. Be Miami's ball. And now Catoosa is stretching their defense to a little pressure. Lane gets the ball on the other end with a floater. Oh! Went all the way around at least 3/4 of the rim. Oh, we got a block shot. He thought too, but I think he may have gotten him with the body a little bit. But we got a foul on Wake. That's his second personal. That's his second personal, and that will put Bryson Jimenez at the line shooting 2. Coach Suiters trying to make a point about what was happening, what happened on one end should happen on the other end as well. And he makes the first one. That ties the score back up. And he misses the second one. Wake gets the rebound. Back to Isaiah. He breaks the press. A.J. Timmons is guarding him tightly. Back out to Beckett. We're continuing inside, and we're going to get a foul called on Catoosa. That's going to be on Bryson Jimenez. That's his first personal. And we're going to have Torrey Hooks Jr., a 5'8 junior, is going to check in for him. We got Miami with the ball underneath their own basket. Official was checking on the team foul situation there. Oh, the inbounds pass gets tipped by Catoosa. And he hits a two-pointer right there. I believe that's Torrey Hooks Jr. He gets a two-pointer. That puts him up by 3. And Miami's trying to get back to the middle. And there goes Lane for the finger roll. No good, but it's rebounded by Ty Blue Jacket. And he gets fouled. He's going to shoot 2 here. Foul is going to be on number 21, Torrey Hooks. That's his first personal. And Ty with the first shot, no good. A little hard and off to the right there. And Ty hits the second one. Two-point game right here. A.J. Timmons with the 3, no good. And we're going to have a foul called here. I'm not sure who it's on right now, but we'll see. Looks like Beckett Suter's going to get that one. That'll give Catoosa the ball underneath their own basket. Kick it back, Torrey Hooks, back around A.J. Broderick Hall in the corner. He drives, baseline. And I'm not sure. I believe we're going to get an offensive foul. Yes. Offensive foul. Excuse me, that basket does not count. Charging foul. Nice defense by Isaiah. Catoosa gets the turnover. Three-pointer short. A long rebound. Tough break for the Wardogs right there. And looks like Torrey Hooks had his foot on the line when he was touching the ball right there, trying to get out of that trap. Jake Stoner's going to check in for Isaiah. Still 2-point ball game here with 4.5 left here in the second quarter. Now they've applied some pressure here, full court. Looks like a zone. Get the ball to the middle to Wake. Wake throw it over everyone. Okay, now we'll set up in our offense to get some rhythm going here. Continually, we've got some kind of call down here with Wake and Broderick Hall. That's his third personal. And again, as I said in the girls' game, my stats are not official. But it looks like Broderick Hall is going to come out. Anthony Barnes is going to check in for him. That puts Wake at the line, shooting 2. So in the process of Wake trying to get position, he gets fouled by Roderick Hall, which that gives him his third foul of the night. Wake makes the first free throw. He'll have a chance to make the second one here. And a little too hard and to the right, no good. Means War Dogs are down 1 here with 4 minutes left. Torrey Hooks with a fader, and it hits. Faded back right there to try to get the ball over Wake. He was able to do so. Lane Walder trying to create some space. My goodness, I'm not sure if there was a foul, why a foul was not called right there. And the ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to be Miami's ball. This game's pretty physical game. Like I said, a lot of hand checking going on, a lot of battling inside for position. Ty Blue Jacket, they try to get the ball in the middle. If you don't, now Wake gets it in the middle. Back over to Wake. Nice job of handling the pressure right there. Now Beckett's trying to get some space on the baseline. Now he's trapped. And we got a foul called on Torrey Hooks. No. That's a foul on Beckett. That's a foul on Beckett's Suter right there, and that gives him his third personal. And Isaiah Grover's going to check in for him, and Cam Humboldt's checking in for Wake. And so Catoosa gets the ball here. They're up 3 here in the second quarter. Oh, nice defense by Lane. Nice pass, Isaiah. Just a little too much. Nice. Oh, good job, Camp. Oh, bad luck right there for the War Dogs. two chances there, and looked like it was going to go ahead and go on in, but they didn't. Neither one did. Great effort by both players there, keeping it alive to try to make those baskets. Just some bad luck. Now Catoosa got the ball the other end. Kick it out, trying to look for that 3. They're skip passing it quite often. Driving baseline, and we got a foul called. Not sure. No, not sure. I think he had his foot on the line as he tried to drive baseline right there, and that's what he called. I thought there was going to be a foul called there, but I guess not. He stepped on the line long before he got that foul, or before the foul happened. Inbounded here to Isaiah. Clearing out, letting him bring it down the floor. Back to Cam Humble for the jumper. In and out. No good. Still fighting for the rebound. Not able to get it. Torrey Hooks comes out with it for Catoosa. A little less than 2.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Catoosa clinging to a 3-point lead. We've got Caden Romo dribbling the middle there, and we've got a foul called, it looks like. Nope, must be a travel call. He must have taken an extra step right there. So, but nevertheless, it's Miami's ball, and Coach Sewer's going to call a timeout here and talk about it. Just some upcoming events coming in this week. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here at the SBTC, we're playing Grove, 6th grade basketball games, boys and girls. Sixth grade, at 10 a.m. in the morning versus Grove. And Friday we have junior high wrestling at Sand Springs tourney. High school wrestling will be traveling to Jay for a tourney. And on Friday, high school basketball at Fort Gibson, boys and girls, starting at 6. Saturday, the junior high wrestling at Sand Spring tourney will continue. Also, the high school girls wrestling at the J tourney will continue. Then to round it off that evening, 6 p.m., the Wardog bands will finish off the day with an appearance in the annual Miami Christmas Parade. Getting ready to start the action here, with the Indians leading 23-20 over the Miami Wardogs. And a little stoppage in play here. We're going to, we got a substitution. Terrence Hooks, a 6'2 freshman, is in for the Indians. Inbounded by the Wardogs. Jake Stoner bringing the ball up the floor. Guarded by the freshman Terrence Hooks. Lane Walder with the three, no good, just a little short. Oh, nice block by Roderick. No, it wasn't. This is Caden Romo with the block and the follow-up. Ty Blue Jacket with the basket on the follow-up after the shot was blocked. Terrence Hooks, a little short, rebounded by Isaiah Grover. Kicked up to Lane, down low to Ty Blue Jacket. And we've got a foul called. I believe it's going to be on Anthony Barnes. Yes, Anthony Barnes, that's his first personal. That puts Ty Blue Jacket at the line. We're going to have Brandon Hampton's going to check in, a 5'8 junior for the Indians. Ty Blue Jacket hits the first one. Also checking in for the Indians will be Bryson Jimenez, a 6'1 sophomore. And then number 1, Maddox Machado, a 5'8 freshman for the Wardogs, going to check in for Cam Humble with a little less than a minute and a half left here in the second quarter. And Ty with his next free throw is missed. Keeps the score at 23 apiece. Three-pointer is good by Anthony Barnes. That puts the Indians up 3. Nice handoff there to Jake Stoner. Three-pointer by Lane is just a little short. And the ball's off the Wardogs. It'll be the Indians' ball. A little more than a minute left here in the second quarter. The Indians up 26-23. They have 5 team fouls, so good hands by Jake Stoner. Lane was able to get that and hit him back for the shot and the make. That gives him his first 2 of the night. Cuts the score 26-25. Back out to another three-pointer by Anthony Barnes. That's his second in a row. That puts the Indians up by 4 with less than 30 seconds left. I'm sure Miami would like to hit a 3 right here to cut this down a little bit. Now we're going to bring it out and try it again, and hopefully try to hit a 3 right here to cut the score to 1. But we got a layup, and we got a charge call. I believe that's going to be on Lane Walder. Yep, Lane Walder. That's his second personal. It's a player-controlled charging foul. That's the 5th team foul right there. That means Catoosa. Player control, that's correct. Player control foul, so the 5th one, that wouldn't count since it's player control. So therefore, they will not shoot free throws. They will get the ball. They'll get the ball here, up 4. Trying to conserve some time there, trying to get the ball down the floor. Pass inside to A.J. Timmons for the lefty, and the make. And that ends the second quarter here and the end of the first half. with the Catoosa Indians up 31-25 over the Wardogs by quarters. Wardog scored 12 in the first, and the Indians scored 15 in the second. The Wardog scored 13 in the second quarter, and the Indians scored 16. For the score at halftime, 31-25. Leading scores. I'll get back with those a little bit before halftime. I'll come back with leading scores a little bit before halftime. So right now, enjoy the Miami cheerleaders. And we're back here with about 2 minutes left here before tip-off of the second half of here at the Security Bank and Trust Center in Miami, on the campus of Miami High School. We've got Miami Wardogs versus the Catoosa Indians tonight. Right now, as it stands, it's 31-25 in favor of the Indians. Leading scorers for the Wardogs. Check that out. I'll start with the Indians. We've got Roderick Hall Jr. with 8 points, Anthony Barnes with 6, A.J. Timmons with 7, Torrey Hooks with 6, and Bryson Jimenez with 3. And again, those are not official stats. They're just my running total as the game's being played. For the Miami Wardogs, we've got Beckett Suter with 4, Isaiah Grover with a 3, Jake Stoner 2, Lane Walder 7, Ty Blue Jacket 4, and Wake Robelier at 5. And again, they may have missed some, and some of those point totals might be off just a little bit. Fouls, we've got Beckett has 3, Lane has 2, and Wake has 2. For the Indians, we got Roderick Hall Jr. with 3, Ryder Phillips with 2, and we got A.J. Timmons with 2, and Torrey Hooks with 1, and Bryson Jimenez with 1. We're getting ready to sideline. It's going to be the Indians going to inbound it here for the start of this second half here. I think it's going to be a good one. It's going to be really tight. 6-point difference right now. And 8-point difference. That was scored by Ryder Phillips. And Beckett trying to get around Roderick Hall, was not able to. Ball inside to Wake. He tried to pass it on the other side to Cam Humble, and the Indians were able to knock it away. So it'll be Miami's ball underneath their own basket. Coach Suter's got an inbounds play called here. Let's see what happens. Screen down low, trying to get it into Wake. Not big long pass to Lane Walder. He drives the lane and for the layup. That cuts it 33-27. Oh, good hustle right there. Great effort by Isaiah Grover when he came down with the ball. His foot was on the line. The Miami staff's not really thinking that's right, but that's what the officials saw. Ryder Phillips with the, and he misses it. I think Wake might have gotten a finger or two on it. Nevertheless, it's a miss. Miami's taking the ball to cut this lead down a little bit. Over to Lane. He drives the lane. And looks like he's going to get fouled on the way to the lane. Yep, by Caden Romo. That's his first personal. So here we go. The ball's underneath the Miami, their own basket here. Ball's inbounded. Quick reversal around. Isaiah drives the lane. And looks like we got a foul off of Isaiah's hand. So it's going to be the Indians. Nope. Sometimes I can't figure out their signal. But it was off of the Indians, so it'll be Miami's ball here. Inbounded to Beckett. Trying to hit Lane in the corner. They're fronting and back in Wake right now. Lane with the fade. No, the runner would not go there. The Indians are going the other direction now quickly. Roderick Hall drives the lane. And Wake altered the shot. He missed it. And they continue to get extra shots. And we finally get a block. And we're going to get a shooting foul here. I'm not sure who it's on yet. But it's going to be A.J. Timmons at the line. Let's see who it's on. Number 4, Isaiah Grover. That's his first personal, and that put A.J. Timmons on the line. Misses the front end of a 2-shot shooting foul. And here we goes our second shot, and it's good. 34-27. Still early in the third quarter. Full court, man-to-man. Beckett with the fadeaway, and it's good. 34-29, 5. Beckett with a nice steal right there, and he drives, left-handed layup, gets blocked by Bryson Jimenez. Back the other way, Ryder Phillips pulls up. No, pass inside to A.J. Timmons. Nice look and pass there. 36-29. And it looks like we're going to have a foul on Ryder Phillips. That's three fouls on Ryder Phillips. It'll be Miami's ball on the sideline. Roderick Hall gets a hand on it, but it lands on the line. And we get the ball inbounded to Beckett. He's going to bring it up the floor right here. And we've got her spread out here pretty good. Still trying to get it spread so we can get it inside to Wake if we can. I'm sure they're okay with getting the ball to him outside the three-point line. Indians get the turnover. Three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Cam Humble. Beckett brings it up the floor. Beckett, fall away, no good. Long pass down here to Roderick Hall. A good pass into A.J. Timmons for the basket. 38-29 Indians. Lane Walder, no good. Just a little short. Long pass, good hands by Wake to get a hand on it, knock it out of bounds, or that was going to be an easy layup. And we got a substitution, first substitution of second half here. It's going to be Jake Stoner is in for Isaiah Grover. It's going to be Indians ball on the side baseline. Almost in the corner. Ryder Phillips with the three, and it's good. Now full court pressure. Continuing the pressure. Jake Stoner's got the ball, bringing it up. Now it's man-to-man pressure. Kick it around. Lane Walder with the three, and it's good. And we got a timeout called. I believe it's going to be Coach Suter's calling it. Yep. Coach Suter's going to call that timeout with a score of 41-32 in favor of the Indians with about 4 minutes. We'll call it 4 minutes left here in the third period. Again, let me recap some upcoming events for the rest of this week here at Miami Public Schools. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., sixth grade basketball games, boys and girls, will start at 10 with the girls. We'll be here at the SBTC versus Grove. On Friday, nothing on Thursday. On Friday, there'll be junior high wrestling at Sand Springs, and the high school girls will be traveling to Jay for a tourney. And at 6 p.m. on Friday night, the high school basketball will be traveling to Fort Gibson, starting at 6. Back to action here. Indians have the ball, driving the lane. No good. Timmons with the rebound. And we're going to get a foul called. I'm not sure who it's going to be on. 10. That'll be Cam Humble. That's his third personal. That puts A.J. Timmons at the line. Shooting 2 free throws. It was a shooting foul. And no good. And the second shot's up, and it's also not good. Wake with the rebound. Beckett brings the ball up the floor, still man-to-man, a high pick-and-roll situation. Three-pointer was not there. He thought about it. Jake Stoner drives baseline, kicks it back out to Cam Humble for the runner. That's his first 2 of the night. Now Roderick Hall brings it out. They're going to try to spread them out a little bit more. They try to dribble, penetrate, and kick it out, kick it off to somebody. We got Jake Stoner with the foul. That's his first personal. Third team on the War Dogs this half so far. Inbounded underneath their own basket. Torrey Hooks with the 3. The Indians really came out in this third quarter right here and kind of set the tone, really hit the threes, and they've done a nice job right here and really been attacking. We're going to have a foul call here. And that's going to be on Bryson Jimenez. That's his second personal foul, third team foul for the Indians. The Indians are up 10 right now. Lane's got a chance here to cut it to 8 if you make both of them. Made the first one. And the second one is in the air now, and it's good. Cuts it back to 8. Oh, we got a travel call on the Indians. So it's going to be Miami's ball on the sideline right there. Good break for a turnover on the Indians right there. We need to convert right here. Ball to Lang. He'll bring it on up the floor. About 2.5 minutes left third quarter. Kicks it out to Jake Stoner. Nice move by Wake. Get him going one way, and he reverse pivots back the other way. Get the right-handed lay in. Now Miami's kind of up their pressure here. Bryson, no good. Wake with the rebound. Now Beckett's pushing the ball up the floor. Trying to get by Roderick Hill, but is not able to. And we're going to get a foul called on A.J. Timmons. That's his third personal. That'll put Beckett at the line to shoot 2. And with 2 minutes left here on the next foul from the Indians, Miami will automatically be with 2 free throws. Checking in for the Indians is number 3, Anthony Barnes, and number 25, Frederick Brown Jr., 6'3" junior. I believe that's his first action of the night. And Beckett hits the second one as well. Cuts it to 4. Got the ball to Frederick Brown. He wasn't sure whether he should go up with it or not. Rebounded by Cam Humble. Miami comes back this way. Hopefully we can get a basket here and cut this lead. At one time it was 10, now it's 4. Jake Stoner with a nice take baseline. Wake with the rebound, no good. Cam Humble with the rebound. Great effort. Oh, cross-court pass. And Frederick Brown with his first points of the night. That was a good chance by the War Dogs to cut that thing to 2 or 1. Just couldn't come away with it and capitalize on it. Lane Walder with the 3. A little short. Good hustle out of bounds by Beckett. There's a collision over there in the corner. Not sure who they're going to give the ball here to. I know Caden Romo is checking in, 6'3" senior. And we've got Ty Blue Jacket and Isaiah Grover's going to check in for Beckett and Cam. And it looks like it's going to be Miami's ball underneath their own basket. Miami's ball underneath their own basket here. Ball to the corner to Lane Walder, no good. Jake Stoner comes away with the long rebound. Dribble drive, Ty Blue Jacket kicks it back in to Wake. Oh, we got no basket. He traveled, took an extra step right there. So no basket on that one. Looks like he might have got an elbow in the eye too. It looks like the officials reminding the student section over there to stay back behind that blue line that they've put over there for them. No fouls, no violations or anything, just a reminder. Caden Romo with the pull-up, no good. No, got the rebound, Ryder Phillips. Reverse layup, no good. Frederick Brown with the rebound. We may have a jump ball here. Yep, jump ball. It's going to go to Miami here. And we got Beckett and Cam Humble's going to check back in the game. And it looks like the Indians are going to apply some full court pressure here. Up 6. Got 30 seconds left here in this third quarter. Ball to Lane in the corner. Trying to get the ball into Wake. Kicked back to Cam. Nice turnaround off the backboard by Cam. That's his 4th point of the night. And we need to stop right here. We've cut it to 4. Why are we going? Ryder Phillips with the 2. Not sure what happened on busted defense right there. We kind of left him alone right there in the middle of the lane. 3 seconds. Okay, we're going to get a sideline inbounds right here. I'm going to try to get us a quick basket with only 2 seconds left. Back out to Cam Humble for the 3. Oh! Cam Humble, he's not really accustomed to be shooting that 3 out there, but he certainly was able to make that one. That's a big plus for the War Dogs. Now they've cut it to 3-point lead to start this 4th quarter. Now getting some totals here for the score. That's a 20-point quarter for the War Dogs, and for the Indians is a 17. So they've been able to cut 3 off of the lead from halftime. And one time it was a 10-point lead in the third quarter, and the War Dogs have been able to cut this thing down to a 3-point lead going into this 4th quarter. These first 4 minutes of this 4th quarter is going to be very crucial as far as the War Dogs. They don't have to try to really start cranking up threes to try to get, there's still a lot of time in this game, but sometimes when you're behind going into the 4th quarter, you tend to try to make yourself, push a little bit and start shooting threes, and we're not in that situation yet. Okay, to start out this 4th quarter, we got Beckett, Suter, Wake Robelier, Cam Humble, Lane Walder, and Jake Stoner starting the 4th quarter off. For the Indians, we've got Torrey Hooks, Ryder Phillips, Caden Romo, A.J. Timmons, and I can't see the fifth one. And it's Anthony Barnes. Ryder Phillips thought about it, tried to kick it back to A.J. Timmons. We got a tie-up right here. And we got a jump ball, and that's going to go to the War Dogs. Nice defense there by the War Dogs. And once again, the Indians are going to apply some full court zone pressure here. Now they've switched it up. Now they're going to a man defense for the half court set. Lane drives the middle of the lane. Gets the ball to Wake. They double team him immediately. Cross court pass to Jake Stoner, who drives the middle or baseline, tries to get it back to someone in the middle, but the Indians were able to get a hand on it and get the turnover. Now the War Dogs need a big stop right here. They don't want to end up going back down by 5 or so. And I know the Indians are wanting to take time off the clock, and every shot they get's got to be a good one. Nice rebound by Wake. Almost fell down. He was able to get the ball to Beckett. Beckett's going to take it all the way down to the middle of the lane. And he travels. He had his... And Beckett's saying he had his arm and he was trying to get him off of him. Either way. Indians retain possession right here, 48-45. Still early in this fourth quarter. Ryder Phillips with the ball out front. Three-point shot is no good. Ball slammed on the ground. A.J. Timmons comes up with it. We're going to get a foul call. I believe that's going to be on Cam Humble. Yes, Cam Humble. That is his fourth personal. Ty Blue Jacket's going to check in for him. So it'll be the Indians' ball underneath their own basket here. And again, like I said, they want to take off time. They want to take care of the ball, no turnovers. They want to take off time, and if they get a shot, they want it to be an easy shot. Coach Suter's realizing this, so they're definitely, I'm not sure exactly how to call that score other than he made it. It bounced off a couple of things and then finally went in off the backboard. That's one of those you might see on ESPN later on. Almost like it was off his knee, his head, his shoulder, and went in. Miami's got possession on the sideline, kicking it into Lane Walder. Down 5 here with about 5.5 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Wake Robler taking the ball to the basket and laying it in. Back to 3 now. Ryder Phillips pushes it up. Jump shot, no good. Rebounded by Wake. Lane pushes it down the floor. He goes to the middle of the lane and loses the handle. Oh, we've got an offensive foul on Lane Walder. That's his third personal. They called a charge on Lane Walder there. Kind of got out of control once he hit that free throw line. And again, they try to high screen with a post player. Good hands right there by Lane. Almost got it away from Roderick Hall. Roderick Hall with the fadeaway. Kind of got bumped inside there. Lane gets by him. Pulls up from the elbow, and it's good. Now it's 1. War Dogs have managed to cut this thing to 1 right here. So the first 4 minutes would be crucial for the War Dogs. And a foul was called on Beckett, Suter. after the basket. So the basket counts, but then there was a foul called on Beckett Suter, and that's his 4th personal with 4.5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. And pretty importantly, that's his 3rd team foul. Ryder Phillips with off the backboard. Back up 3 now. And we've got a timeout called by Coach Suter. And with the score 52-49 favor the Indians with just a little bit more than 4 minutes left here in the game. 3 team fouls on the War Dogs and none on the Indians. The War Dogs were able to cut this to 1. But then Ryder Phillips was able to convert the following trip to cut it or increase the lead back up to 3. So we got 4 minutes right here, and it's going this is going to be a dinger of a ball game. It's going to come down maybe who gets the last shot possibly. It just depends on how things are going. But I know this is going to end up being a close, tight game. Looks like Miami's going to have possession of the ball. They'll inbound it across from the score table. And Beckett's going to bring it up to set up the offense. Looking across to Lane Walder for the 3, no good. Just over the outstretched hands of Wake Robelier. Good hustle by Ty Blue Jacket to get a hand on it right there. A 3-on-2, back to Wake, and it's a basket. Now we're back to 1. Quickly, back to the other end is Caden Romo with the 2. Back to 3. Now high screen and roll here. Back to Wake. Still trying to get, and Wake's able to convert on that. That's 3 trips in a row right there. We're able to convert. We need a big stop right here and then convert on the other end. Roderick Hall with the penetration, double pump, nothing. Not able to get that to go. So now here we go, full court pressure. Good chance right here for the War Dogs to take a lead. First lead in the second half here. Little less than 3 minutes left. Wake takes it to the hole and gets fouled by A.J. Timmons, and the basket almost went in. Yep, on A.J. Timmons. I want to make sure before I called that out. That's his 4th personal foul. Puts Wake at the line, shooting 2 free throws. Isaiah Grover's going to check in, and Cam Humble here with close to 2.5 left. Oh, misses the front end of that 2-shot shooting foul. It's crucial now. We got to hit free throws. Both teams. 3 team fouls on the War Dogs. 1 on the Indians. I know last year, Wake shot about 80% from the line. He misses both of those. I think it was at 79% last year for the season. He was not able to get those 2 to go. Now we'll need another stop here by the War Dogs. A.J. Timmons with the 3, and it's good. Clutch 3 right there. That puts them up 4 with 2 minutes, 23 seconds left. Here in the 4th quarter, that big 3 right there hit by A.J. Timmons. Got 2 minutes, 23 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. At this point, every possession is going to be crucial for both teams, especially the War Dogs being down 4. They had cut that to 1 and had an opportunity to cut it or take the lead on a couple of free throws, was not able to convert on them. And then A.J. Timmons comes down, hits that last three right there to put them back up to 4. So, as I said, I think this is going to come right down to the wire, right down to the very end right here. And here we go. Miami's going to inbound the ball here. Down 4. Again, it's close enough right here. We don't have to get in the pressure and start throwing up threes. Inside to Wake. Get the ball inside. Left hand. No good. I believe we're going to get a foul called on Cam Humble. And that's his 5th foul of the night. So he's out. So Ty Blue Jackets is going to check in for Cam Humble. And that's the 4th team foul on the War Dogs. So crucial possession right here. Ryder Phillips. Good hustle. Thought we was going to get a turnover right there, but didn't quite get there in time. Good effort, good hustle right there. Okay, now Indians are going to inbound the ball on their own baseline. Thought about that three-pointer, but decided not to. I'm sure coaches told them, keep the ball out there, make sure you take time off. We're approaching the 1.5 left of the game. Nice block by Wake. Pass back in A.J. Timmons, no good. Little too hard, tried to use the hook shot. Wake got a hand on it for the block. Now, crucial possession right here by the War Dogs. Be nice to get a 3, but anything's better than nothing. Beckett drive the lane. Decided not too many big guys in there. Back to Lane Walder with the runner. And what are we going to get? Oh, we got a charging foul called on Lane Walder. That's the 2nd one tonight. 2nd in a row, too. I thought he'd gotten off to the side of him, but apparently the official did not. That was a player control foul. That is their 5th team, so they're going to start shooting free throws. The Indians are. Anytime Miami fouls from this point forward. And we're going to get a timeout here by the Indians coach, Torrey Hooks. He's assisted by Robert Boyles and Justin Beecham. And the War Dogs, I should have announced this earlier, War Dogs are coached by Rodney Suiters, the head coach, assistant coach Mark Suter, Pete Overman, Marcel Walther, and Jacob Paxton. And again, just as a reminder, the Indians will be shooting 2 free throws from this point forward because of the 5 team fouls. 1:02 left in the game, down 4, and I believe the possession is going to be for the Indians. So they will have the ball, so we're going to probably see some pressure right here. Maybe even a quick foul, try to get into the line, and hopefully they miss some free throws, and we can get the ball and get it down to the other end. We can still live with just some 2s right now, but they're going to have to be quick. If they're not quick, then we're going to have to go into 3 mode. And here we go with the last minute left of this ball game. War Dogs down 4. The Indians will be inbounding the ball opposite the score table, and they've gotten it in. Now they're just going to pull it out, and we're going to have to probably foul. But we're going to have to foul when certain people get it. So we got a couple in 4. Steal by Lane Walder, and the basket is good. That's a big defensive stop right there. Good hustle by Ty Blue Jacket right there. Ryder Phillips driving baseline, kicks it back out for a big 3 here. It's rebounded. Wake with the rebound. Clears it out. Now Beckett's bringing it up the floor. They're down 2 with 28 seconds left. 24, 23. Lane kicks it out to Jake. We got a timeout called by Coach Suter. 16 seconds left in the ball game. The War Dogs down 2. They'll have possession of the ball. It'll be a sideline inbounds play.
Hey, Coach.
And again, it comes down if Miami fouls here. Okay, if they don't score here and convert and tie this game up or go ahead, and they go to the other end and they have to start fouling, each one of those fouls is going to be a 2-shot foul, and they're going to be shooting 2 free throws. So ideally, it would be great if we could score and convert right here to where we don't have to go to the other end and start fouling. Because definitely percentages go up if they get to shoot 2 of them each time they go to the line instead of 1. It used to be the old 1-and-1s where they shoot the first one, miss it, you could get the ball back. And that's when it started fouling. You saw a lot of that before the rule changed. So, big crucial stop here again. Next action for the War Dogs will be this Friday they'll be traveling to Fort Gibson. The next home game for the War Dogs will be December the 19th versus Verdigris. That'll be here. That'll be the last home game or last game of the before the winter break or Christmas break. But until then, we've got a Veneta tournament. We've got Fort Gibson. We've got, I don't have all the schedule. I have to check website. But here we go. Kicked in to Lane Walder. Lane's bringing it around to Beckett. Tried to hand it off to Lane. Lane drives the middle of the lane. Not able to get a shot off. There's a big hustle trying to get to the ball. Do we have a tie-up? We have a tie-up. I'm not sure what they called here. I want to see what it is, but I don't think it's in War Dogs. Yep, it's on Beckett Suter. And that's his 5th. And Isaiah Grover's coming in for Beckett. That's his 5th foul of tonight. Good game for Beckett. 4 seconds left here, down 4, and the Indians are at the line shooting 2 free throws. So the chances are slim at this point. If we had those percentages like they do on ESPN, I'd say that the Indians are in the 98, 99% chance that they're going to win this at this point, and the War Dogs are pretty low. But they did miss the first part of it. But once we get down there, we've got to get the shot down at the other end, and we can't shoot a 4-point shot. There is no such thing. So he makes that one, and that pretty much does it. Coach Suter calls a timeout here. He's going to try to get it to the other end, I'm sure.
Called 2 this quarter. 3 this quarter.
58-55 is what the score board shows. So, War Dogs down 3. I could have swore just a while ago I was probably mistaken. I thought it was a 4-point deficit right before that free throw, which would now make it a 5-point deficit, but I'm glad I was wrong. Is that right? No, the score. Okay, is it right? I meant the score on the scoreboard. It's right? Okay, well, good. I was wrong. Thank goodness. So we got to get the ball down to the other end of the floor and get a 3-point shot off in time to tie this up. I apologize for that. I guess I read the scoreboard wrong. But it's a 3-point game right here. Wake goes deep. We're trying to get the ball, and they threw it in. Ryder Phillips is able to get the steal, and that's it. 58-55. Catoosa Indians. Good, hard-fought game. I knew it was going to be close coming down to the end. Still early in the season, and you know, they had 4 starters coming back. Remember, 3 of them are just sophomores and 1 senior, and then you've got another player who's first time starting and still inexperienced being there. So, you know, a good Catoosa team, and War Dogs have a lot to build on, a lot to fix, and a lot of season to get it done. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Again, the next home game that will be live streamed will be in Verdigris. I'm not sure who will be bringing you that action. I will not be here for that game due to some surgery.